Hello everyone, this is Amna and welcome to my channel. What do you mean? So if you ever found yourself just pushing off things till the last minute, this video is particularly for you because today we're going to talk about procrastination. Yeah, to pushing things off till the last minute and you get all the anxiety and depression in the world. Now, I'm going to teach you 5 easy steps to follow. If you apply in your daily life, you can totally get rid of procrastination and become your best self. So the first step is to break it down into the smaller steps or maybe into smaller chunks, because one big task seems so overwhelming that of course you won't be able to do it and you procrastinate and saying that I'll do tomorrow or the day after. Instead, break it down into the smaller steps, it will seem more achievable. Let me give you an example how. Like if you have to write an essay, so instead of sitting and writing the whole essay, which seems a very daunting process, what you can do is you can maybe start by the outline. Once you have written the outlines, the next step is to write the paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and so on. Now what will happen is, once you have achieved the step number 1, it gives you more motivation towards the step number 2, and the whole process, instead of feel daunting and overwhelming, seems more motivating. Now here comes the tip number 2. Now we're talking about to set the deadlines for all those smaller tasks. This will create the sense of urgency and also prevents from the endless cycle of I'll do it tomorrow. What you need to do is you need to set a realistic deadlines. You can try to set the dates maybe a few days before the actual due date. This will give you a lot of room to wiggle. Also, you will thank yourself later once you will be at the end last minute and you're not scrambling around in doing the task. Now let's talk about tip number 3, and it is Pomodoro technique. Now it means that you need to work in chunks. Like you can work for 15 minutes and take a 5-minute break, which we can call it as a session number 1, and you can take session number 2 in the same way, session number 3 and session number 4. Right after session number 4, you can take a longer break for let's say 15 or 20 minutes, and then you can start another cycle of Pomodoro technique. Now this timer will help you a lot to remain focused, and the time which your brain is taking off your work, it helps it to recharge again. Here we come for the step number 4, which is also suggests that you need to minimize the distractions. Like we all understand while working or maybe while being very focused, we sucked through the social media, or maybe we want to watch another episode of our favorite show. Now this thing really pushes away our work and it delays the work through longer hours. Now in such situation, what we need to do is maybe we can turn off our phone or turn off the notifications of our phone, or maybe putting it onto the do not disturb mode, which helps us to regain the focus on the task at hand instead of thinking about other situations in that. Also, if you're working through your phone, there are many website blockers which you can use to block the websites of your interest for some certain time and focus on your work. And to minimize the distraction further, we comes to the step number 5, which is to get yourself a reward after every certain phase. We all love good rewards and incentives, right? So does our brain. So what we can do is, while we're making significant process or maybe completed one step, we can reward ourselves with maybe a movie, it could be a walk or maybe a snack. Now this will create a sense that the work is not a chore but maybe a stepping stone, and by doing that your brain is more looking forward towards completing the new step. So here are the tips and tricks to minimize the procrastination. If you think that my content is helpful to you guys, leave a thumbs up, and yeah, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you have more tips and tricks of your own to minimize the procrastination or maybe increase the productivity, I would love to hear from you guys. Please drop a comment, and thanks for watching. Ciao.